Hi, I am so glad you guys are here. Welcome to DIY Glam by Jazz. Today I want to share two different easy DIY for Christmas. One of them is a wood centerpiece that you see here. I did this wood actually for Thanksgiving and I was able to turn it around for Christmas, and then a candy cane. So we're going to start with a candy cane wreath. In this case, we're just going to be using just a simple tool. In this case, I believe I used 3, and I cut them to the size to fit the size of the ruler. So it was about 12 inches, and I cut about 3 of the pack of those tools. Save the roll, because I'm going to share another DIY in another video. Save the roll at the end. Don't throw it away once you finish with the tool. So I used about 3 or 3.5. And then I use the tool, the mesh tube that you see right next to it in that silver tone. So once you cut all of your tools, what we're going to do is put 2 of them together. We're going to scrunch them up, and with some ribbon, a red ribbon, I tie them together, and you're going to go ahead and do that until you have put 2 of them together completed. You could add more ribbons or different type of ribbons to fill in the gaps. In this case, we're just going to keep it red. And what's going to give it that candy cane effect is using that mesh tube in this color. So I tied that with that ribbon in the corner, in the bottom corner, and you just go ahead and wrap that around. That's pretty easy. Go ahead and wrap that all around. Once we finish wrapping it around, you guys could do another a turn. But in this case, I just left it with just 1. I want to add a ribbon right in between the curve of the candy cane, and the mesh that I've seen in my store, the only one that I was able to buy was the red, and this was the only ribbon that I seen in the store. I believe now they have different types, so this is the one that I use, and I just go ahead and measure the mesh to be the same size as the ribbon, and I did this twice. The sad thing about this ribbon is that it has no wire, so it just stays intact. It just stays flat. But I go ahead and I use 2, did that twice, and then in the center I just use some ribbon and tie that together, and that same ribbon is what I used to tie that in the center of the candy cane. Once you finish tying that together, I just added 1 flower. I wanted a little bit of white to show through with this candy cane, so I added a poinsettia in white, and I hot glued that right on top of that ribbon, and we completed the candy cane, which was pretty easy to do. Yes, it did take time to do the mesh, but once I finished, I really like how this came out. For the second DIY, I use a lot of these products you could find at the Dollar Tree. I like this one because it has like that cotton on top. It has a pine cone, and I thought that was so cute. I got some poinsettias in red and some in white. The wood box, I did share a DIY how I did this in a pumpkin. I'm gonna share it below. All I did was use different signs. And one of the signs does say Autumn Blessing, and on the other side you'll see that I painted it white with acrylic paint, and I just hot glue all 4, and it created such a cute wood box. And on the other side I did some lines to give it like that wood feel. In the center I hot glue some foam, and I used this wood box for Thanksgiving. And now I just removed the flowers and the arrangement that was around it. And now I'm going to use that same wood box for Christmas. So what we're going to do is just have fun. Whichever flowers you guys have, it's going to be easy for you to just put it together. In this case, I just go ahead and cut everything that came in one branch, and I just layer them together on this foam. You could add more foam if you like. And once I finished, then I added this beautiful piece that I'm going to show you from Hobby Lobby. I also got a ribbon from Hobby Lobby just to put it in the corner, but you guys could be so creative. You could use some of those words that we get and just put them in the center. That's what I did for the Thanksgiving box, but in this case I just wanted to put a really nice candy cane bow. To continue with that theme, I used this mesh tube, and what I did was I got some skewers and I put the skewers right in through the tube, and then I applied that right on top, and I love how it was starting to give it some height. I then cut 2 skewers in half, and I did the same thing. So you just go ahead and pass the skewer through. Once you see where the top is, you leave it a little extra, and then you go ahead and cut it. And that will be your perfect size. Just be careful because the skewers, if you leave it exposed, it could it's a little pointy, so you could put hot glue right on top, so to make sure that that mesh is protecting that tip, or you could put that pointy tip inside the foam, so that way the tip that is exposed is the flat tip. So this is what I did. These are the long ones, and then we did some short ones, and we just applied those in the basket. So to finish off this look, I added a few more, or just move these. Remember, we did them with the skewers, and we just added that part. And this part here, I love. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's just one piece, so it was perfect for just to put in the back, and that gives it some nice dimension. This part has to be painted, and you see it's just one big piece. and you apply that in the foam in the back part, and it fits perfectly. I love the height that it gives. So I created this bow, and the reason why I made it with these type of loops is because the bow is one-sided and you will see the back part, and I really want this glitter to be the one that was going to shine. So we're going to put it on an angle, and then this is the piece that we did earlier. Here are the same tube that we used just to wrap it around to give it that dimension to look like a candy cane, and here we're continuing that theme. So we're gonna go ahead and hot glue. I'm probably gonna hot glue it on this section here, and I think it looks so cute, and maybe I might put a message, I don't know yet, but I love how this came together. So let's just go ahead and hot glue them. Here we have another piece that I cut and did that bottom part that looks like a tie. So here's how I did it. See, just make sure you kind of like poke it in so it holds, and this is how this came out. I love how this came out just using most of the items from the Dollar Tree. The only thing that's not from the Dollar Tree is this beautiful piece. They have similar pieces like this in the Dollar Tree, but I already have purchased this from Hobby Lobby, and I purchased this ribbon from Hobby Lobby as well. So guys, I love how this came out. So we have the basket or the wood box. Remember, this is going to be white, it's going to be painted, and then the candy cane wreath. So you see them both together here, and look how cute this came out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. So many creative ideas for the holidays, so affordable, and you could put this on the table as a centerpiece, and this you could hang it at your door. I love how it's coming together. I love that it has a touch of sparkle there too. So if you guys enjoyed this video, just give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to invite you to subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys, and until the next video, bye.